Hey guys, welcome back to Kryptonite, because I believe that cryptocurrency and more importantly the blockchain are the kryptonite of our modern financial system, and I freaking love it. Guys, I gotta show off first my awesome new Top Gun poster. Love that movie, freaking awesome. One day, I wanna be in the Top Gun of traders. I wanna be freaking the best. I wanna be the elite trader. So hopefully you are along with the journey from me starting out to, and I've been doing this for about 3 years now, so it's not like I'm some noob. It's been a while. I've lost a lot of money, guys. A lot of money. I'm not losing as much anymore. That's for dang sure. I've learned a lot. So hopefully I can grow myself and help you guys grow as well. Without further ado, let's jump right into those charts. We got Bitcoin, we got Ethereum, and a little bit of the DXY to try to give us some more evidence for what Bitcoin's going to do. So without further ado, let's jump in. We are on, of course, the weekly time frame because we always want to see that bigger picture. In fact, I'm going to go to my other chart, which I like better for showing this right here. And we look at the weekly. As you can see, in this nice falling wedge. And even if you just look at the candles, look at these candles here in comparison to these ones during our bull market. And it just, I mean, these things look just so feeble, so just pathetic. Little baby candles. So I'm not loving the momentum so far. Again, we are likely to get rejected here at this candle, sorry, at this trend line. And like I've been saying in my other videos, I do think that we get one more big capitulation, one big spike down. We'll have a fat wick on it, breaking our lows right now, taking liquidity, taking out traders and their stop losses that have stop losses below that level. And that will be the last liquidity grab before we finally break up and out of this pattern. That's my prediction. So let's go to a different chart here. As you can see, the Heiken Ashi still showing a nice little uptrend, but again, we've had those in the past here, like that one, and it didn't turn out so well. It looks pretty though. And here's some more bearish indications. As you can see right here, when, or I guess you say if, because it's not for sure, if we get rejected right here, start coming down, we will have printed a hidden bearish divergence where we're making a lower high, and this is making a higher high. It's a hidden bearish. That's usually a trend continuation to the downside. Our stochastic will also at that point be oversold, and we could see that, as you see, right. Look what happened here. Perfect stochastic crossover. We get the next leg down. I'm even curious if this was, look, and what do you know? Right here, hidden bearish divergence. Higher high on the RSI, lower high on the charts. Hidden bearish, stochastic oversold, next leg down. Hidden bearish, stochastic oversold, could be next leg down. So the long-term charts are not very favorable. Let's jump down to the daily. Now here, you can see I'm actually in a live trade right here. And the reason I got in this was I saw this box here that I made of a lot of resistance. Rejection here, lots of rejections, hitting the box, trying to break through it, failing, trying to break through it again, failing, lots of wicks everywhere. Also, we had the Heiken Ashi switch, which a lot of times can catch these trends on the nice Heiken Ashi candle switch, right? So we get the Heiken Ashi candle switch. If we look at the regular candles, we can see that the candle formation is pretty favorable, right? We have the hammer candle right at our resistance with follow through. So, showing that, we want to continue to come down. So a lot of indications on the daily, as well as, right here to here, you have a nice bearish divergence. Again, stochastic oversold as well. So, and it looks pretty sharply angled there. So that's why, I was thinking, man, I need to be looking short at least till we hit the bottom of our bear flag, or even, you can even call this an ascending triangle. However, though, one thing I shared earlier is, are we in a falling wedge? Because this is the rising wedge right here, right? Which, if this is true, then you almost want to start taking longs right here because we're at support here. That's been pretty well respected. Or are we in this bear flag, right? Which was getting pretty well respected until it sort of veered off and is just ranging right in the middle, kind of not wanting to make a decision. So I was kind of basing my trade more off of being in a bear flag. However, the wedge, I gotta admit, does have some legitimacy here. I mean, look how perfect that's been respected. So this could bear not good things for my Bitcoin short. I'll top to it right now. Let's hop down on the short. And now again, even on the shorter time frames, I'm seeing a lot of these bearish divergences. Here's one here on the hourly, stochastic oversold. We jump down to the 45, the 30 minute. They're all kind of saying the same thing. A little bear div, oversold. Again, a little bear div, oversold. So that's kind of why I saw a lot of bearish divergences with the stochastic on the shorter time frames. I saw that we're still under the 200. I even have some ones kind of, this is our big support box here. So I'm holding my trade. As you can see, I'm actually down in the trade right now as I was in profit for a little bit, came back up. But again, I'm not closing my trade because we still have, and these are two kind of more shorter term support boxes, probably hard to see them, that we kind of were ranging in between on the shorter time frame, and we actually broke down out of them. But now we're breaking back into the range. So until that range gets broken, I'm not too worried because again, we have the 200 there as well. And we're still kind of ranging in this downward channel that you can see marked by the nice, what do you call those little dashed lines there? We're still kind of respecting that pattern for the most part. So I am holding my short. I am still sort of thinking more bearish here in the short term. But we'll see that, again, that only thing that makes me worry is this right here. That maybe I should be looking to buy right now. And again, hopefully I might take profits early on my short, depending on what happens if we do get a nice leg down. Maybe we get a nice little wick down one more time, hit my target. So I'm a little worried about it. I'm not going to lie. But again, still looking at short positions. Although, look, we are getting squeezed here by the 100, or sorry, the 200, and the 21 is kind of squeezing us right here on the 1 hourly. What also is interesting, if we look at the DXY here, well, what kind of crazy stuff is it printing on my DXY? Oh, that's right, I saw this potential head and shoulders on the DXY. So the DXY is in an interesting spot because we did have this nice uptrend that it's been respecting. But we are seeing potential. I mean, this is a little head and shoulders I was kind of drawing up. You know, if we hit the top here, as you can see too, we got these trend lines, one trend line here, one trend line here. This kind of seems to be coiling up a little bit in a triangle. And like I said, if we break bearish out of this, then I'm probably going to lose my Bitcoin trade. However, if we break bullish out of this, then I'll probably win my Bitcoin trade. So I'm definitely watching this. This is the daily chart. So we still probably have a few more days of the DXY coiling up here in this pattern, and then we should see a breakout here at this trend line. Potentially, this is a potential target down, and this is a potential target to the upside. So definitely watching this very closely to see what happens here. Right now, it's got a nice bullish retest of the 21 and it's going up, but we'll see if that changes, because usually, you know, it's the inverse. Once the dollar goes up, Bitcoin goes down. It's rare to see them kind of work in tandem. So definitely keep an eye on that. Another thing that doesn't bode too well for my trade is Ethereum. And I have a chart that illustrates this a little bit better that I'm going to try to find here very quickly, if I can. And not that one. There's one that shows that we're kind of in a perfect... No, probably not this one. No. Bowie, where is it? Oh, it must probably this one. Okay, so in this one, on Ethereum, another sort of thing that doesn't bode well for my Bitcoin trade is the fact that Ethereum is also at a strong support. And it's the same thing, it had the Heikin-Ashi switch with those 3 candles on the daily, but now we are right up against this support line, which has been holding us pretty strong. So this is another tick against my sort of Bitcoin short, because Ethereum is getting nice support. Now, Ethereum's been venturing off of Bitcoin a little bit, has definitely had a higher uptrend, a more drastic one, but it could also have just as drastic of a downturn as well. And of course, we're in this longer term wedge, and kind of same thing, seeing those divergences kind of play out. Here's one right here, boom, down, stochastic flipping. So I mean, it's still some of the same indicators are still kind of flashing that my short position is going to work, but we will see, guys. This will be very interesting what happens here. This could be, you know, finally we break out of these wedges that we're in for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're kind of teetering on the edge of both of them. So we'll see. Maybe this is when we lose the wedge. I can't say for sure. I guess I'm somewhat betting on that based on my short position. But it is a going against the trend, so I wouldn't recommend. Very risky. In fact, I want to keep an eye on it. I probably shouldn't be checking it too much because, as you can see, also the green candle here is not too favorable, showing a lot of bullish momentum still in the market. Ooh, man, it's wanting to push. Got a little switch on the RSI candles there with 3 of those. Woo, man, it has been very slow moving right through here. It just, you know, you gotta love these situations. These charts just love to torture traders, right? Like I'm in this trade and it's just torturing me. It's just like the slow up and down, so very slow, and it's like torturing me because I like to be in and out of trades pretty fast. So it's literally designed to torture my soul and my mind to where I will just get out of the trade because I just can't handle it anymore. I can't handle the torture. So I'm trying to be a good trader, hold my trade. You know, if I lose it, I lose it. Oh well. But you got to just have that mental, you know, fortitude just to, hey, you know what? It is what it is. You'll try harder on the next one. It doesn't pan out. One thing I want to note, I won't go too deep into this, guys, but there was some recent news coming out about how, you know, Tornado Cash and different, you know, are blockchains as decentralized as we thought, right? I'm a little worried about Ethereum just because, you know, some of these network validators who are going to be staking, they might get pressured into censorship. You know, they might, you know, the government might come down hard on them, and we could get potentially some censorship in Ethereum, which, again, I'm kind of more of a Bitcoin maxi in that regard. So I still think proof of work is better than proof of stake for that reason, right? Miners and computational power have the power, and I don't think they're as easily subjugated, I guess, to pressure from the government. So I'm a little worried about that, but hopefully we can work it out. Anyway, guys, as always, make sure to save your money, grow your money, buy Bitcoin, because fiat is going to zero.